Hello people, my name is Ferdy and in this video I will show you step by step how to create a simple product within Woocommerce. A simple product is a product with only one option. In this case it's a Nike hoodie, but it can also be glasses or a cap. Now let me show you how to create one. If you want to follow along with the same images I use in the tutorial, then go to ferdycorp.com/images, hit enter, and there they go. I drag them to the desktop. Now you can follow along. If you want to learn from start to finish how to create a complete web shop using WordPress and Woocommerce, then watch this tutorial. Now let's get started. So there are a few ways how we can create a new product. We can hover over here and go for a new product, or we can go to the back end. Really quick, let me get rid of this so it's clean. Then I go to products, add new, or I go to all products, and then I click on create product. Well, I feel like going to the homepage, hovering over new and clicking on product. Okay, if you see something else than what you see on my screen, then you need to do something. Woocommerce is working on a new page builder, a new editor over here. And for the first coming year, it's not that good. So if you want to get rid of that, you go to Woocommerce, settings, advanced, then features, and then turn these off. New product editor, save the changes. And now when you create a new product, it should look exactly like this. When the new editor really becomes the standard, then I will make a new tutorial about this and you can watch it over here. But right now, you'll be fine with this amazing editor. So the first thing we need to do is create a product name. So I want to sell a hoodie, a simple hoodie. And if I want to get inspired, I go to the internet and I search for a Nike hoodie. Already did that. And what you see over here, Nike sportswear, standard issues, men fleece pullover hoodie. So you can call this a hoodie. But if you take a look over here, you can get inspired. So if I would sell a hoodie from Nike, I would say this is a Nike hoodie. But then you see over here, there's so much in the title. Titles are important in the WordPress industry. So if I click over here, I see it's not just a Nike hoodie, it's a Nike sportswear club fleece hoodie. So it's not a bad idea to give some information over here about the product you're selling. If you're selling a PlayStation 5 controller, you can say controller, which it is. You can also say PlayStation 5 controller, which makes it so much more clear for the viewer what kind of product we are talking about. So I will say a Nike hoodie. I could also say Nike fleece crew neck hoodie. And if I would search for that, you'll see something over here like that. Nike sportswear club fleece. We just saw this. Okay, so I will call this a Nike hoodie. Then over here we have a product description, but before I'm going to talk about it, I want to click on publish. And that means that we have published our first product on our website. So how will this look if I hold Command or Control on the PC and I click over here? I go to the website and here at the shop page, I see my product. It has no image, nothing else, no price, only the title, and I can click on read more. So this is what we have so far. And step by step, we're going to make this look so much better, because if we see only this, nobody's going to buy this because we don't see any information. So I go to the back end and I'm going to talk about the product description. This is a long description that will be placed below all this information. So it will be placed over here. And you can tell anything about this product. Later in the tutorial, we're going to use ChatGPT to create some text, but right now I want to work with dummy text. So I go for the dummy text generator. Why? This is copyright free text. So if I place this on my website, I do not get in trouble. But if I would just copy the Nike fleece crew neck, and I would copy this text also, even though it's in Dutch, then I can have a problem with copyright. So to be safe, I prefer this text. And when I fill this in, space, I can see how it will appear on my website when the website is filled with content. So it will look like this. The description, the long description will be placed here below. So you don't see it when you go to the page. You need to scroll down and then you see the long description. Keep that in mind. So this is actually to give more information about the product, maybe some instructions. And then over here, we want to have the good stuff that people see at once when they go to this page. In order to fill in the information over here, we need to scroll down all the way. We skip this for now. And then there's the product short description. So I can say something like, when you wear this hoodie, your life will change. Make a lot of typos. Your friends will become friendlier and you will become super popular. Okay, then I fix this using Grammarly. I have a tutorial about that if you want to watch that. I make so much errors. So I Grammarly tutorial. And then maybe you should say Ferdy after that. Oh, is it so old already? Wow. Well, it's still relevant and I use it every day and I love it. Okay, so when I update it, the first time you'll see publish. After that, you'll see update and I refresh the product page. You see it over here. So you can fill in the information like it is polyester. You can even use something like this, bullet list, soft, warm, or even make a numbered list. You can have a quote. You can even expand it and have more information. So you can make this a different color. And when you would update it and refresh the page, the information will be shown over here. Well, there's so much more we can show over here. For instance, the price, because if I go to this area, this page, I can select the size. I can add it to my cart. I can make it a favorite. I do see the price. I see the discount. That's a lot of information I also want to show. Those images, I want to show those. And the great thing is that Woocommerce and the Blocksy theme are making a page or product page that look like this one we just saw from Nike. So in order to fill in that information, we need to go back to the product data. And right now I want to start with a simple product, which means it only has one size, one color. There are no alternatives. There are no variations. So it can be a cap or sunglasses, anything that only has one option. Well, I want to sell a physical hoodie. If you want to sell something virtual only on the internet, you can select this. And if it's something only downloadable, you can select this one. Then you can add the file that people can download after they buy it. Well, virtual is something like a digital service, like a Skype call or a Zoom call. Downloadable is like an ebook. We're going to talk about virtual products and downloadable products. Right now, I want to use a simple products and a few other variations, which we will cover are grouped products, affiliate products, and variable products. But right now, I select a simple product. The first thing at general, what we can do is give this a price. And what I see, it is in euros. Maybe you want to sell in a different currency. If you want that, then you need to go to Woocommerce, settings. Then I scroll down. And over here, the currency options, I want to change this to the United States dollar. The currency position left with a space. Well, I want to have left without a space. So there's no space between the price. So here's a space because it's a euro, but if it's a dollar, there's no space. So that's why I say left without space. 1,000 separator in dollars is a comma. And decimal separator, everything after the dollars, is a dot. I want to have 2 decimals, the amount of cents. So I've saved the changes. And now if I go back to the website, to this product, I click on edit the product. I can scroll down, go to general, and then I say this one is 49.99. What we can do. Let's take a look. Update. And right now we see this price over here. I can give this a discount or a sale price. So I can say normally it's $49.99. Right now it's $39.99. And then as long as I don't change this, this will always be $39.99. But maybe you're in a position that you want to give this a certain discount for a certain amount of time. In that case, you can scroll down and you can say the sale price of $39.99 is only available from today until the latest day of July. And now it still has the discount, but the 1st of August, it will disappear. Then the price of $49.99 will go back. So that's really nice. You can schedule this and give this a certain sale. What you also can do, you can say, okay, from the 10th on, there will be a discount. And I have a tutorial about how to build an email list. If you build an email list, people that buy things on your website automatically will be added to the email list. You can send them all an email like, hey, from the 10th on, there will be a discount on all new hoodies or on certain products. You share the link of this product. And then from that day on, people can get discount. And we're going to talk more about discount and how much discount in percentage or in dollars. But this is a great way to get people back to your website. And then if you would also say, if you buy for a minimum of $60, you get even free shipping. That means that when people buy this for $40, they still have to spend $20 extra in order to get free shipping. And when they do, you make more profit. Well, we're going to talk about it later. What you can do over here is give this product a sale price for a certain amount of time. Update. And then I scroll down and I go to the second tab, which is inventory. And we see the SKU. And what does it mean? If I sell a product, I can give this a SKU number, but all products have a SKU number. But if I sell a Nike hoodie, for instance, this one, if I scroll down, this over here is the SKU number. That means if people want to buy this on a Nike store, but it's out of stock and people are smart, they can paste the SKU number. And then based on the SKU number, your product can be found over here. So when there's an existing product I'm selling, I always use the SKU number from that particular product so I can get more customers to my website when the official product on the official website is out of stock. And when you use a product that don't have a SKU number, you can always say, in my case, GCZ for game consoles _0001, whatever you want. So if it's an unknown product, use this one. If not, you can create your own one. I use this one for now. And what do we want to do with stock management? Well, I prefer to show people how much products there are in stock left. Right now we see nothing. But if I would say inventory, track it, and I have 20 in stock, it will look like this. So when there are only 3 in stock left, people know, hey, I need to buy it right now, otherwise it can be out of stock. So what else can we do with the inventory? Do we allow back orders? That means that when all those 20 hoodies are sold from my website and I send them to the clients, do I want it to say over here it's out of stock? Or do I want to let people still buy this and then I need to make sure I have it in stock as soon as possible so I can send to the clients? But when I would say allow but notify the customer, can be back ordered, will be displayed over here. That says, okay, it's out of stock, but it can still be back ordered. So I say they are still in stock, but even if you want to buy 30 right now, it's possible. So if I would say I want to buy 30, add to the cart, view the cart, I can still buy 30, but then I need to make sure that I will get those 10 extra because I only have 20 in stock. And then I send it to the customer. So I prefer not to do this. You can also allow it back orders, but not even mention it. So I go to update to the product page and it will just say 20 in stock. It will not say out of stock, but it will say nothing when there's nothing in stock, and then people can still buy it. But then I need to make sure that I have all those Nike hoodies in stock as soon as possible. Otherwise people need to wait for the product and that can harm the credibility of my website. So I prefer not to do that. What I prefer to do is do not allow back orders, but give me a message. Woocommerce should give me a message when there are only 10 in stock left. So I know, hey, I need to order this before it gets out of stock, depending on how much people buy this per day or per month or per week. So if 2 products per day would be bought of this product, I would like to have 100 in stock. So I can do this for 50 days. And then when there are only 20 left in stock, then I need to get a message like, hey, in around 10 days, I will run out of stock. So I need to buy new ones. So when I say 20 over here, then Woocommerce sends me an email like, hey, there are only 20 left in stock. And then I know I need to repurchase those from Nike. What I also can do, I can leave this empty. And by default, the threshold is 2. So if you leave this empty, I get an email when there are only 2 left in stock. If you want to change that number, then go to Woocommerce, Settings, Products, Inventory, and then I scroll down and the low stock threshold should be 20. Save the changes. Then I go back to Products over here. And now by default, if I fill in nothing, it will say 20. So per product, I can change this, but by default, it will be 20. So for all the products in my website, when I have 20 left in stock, I will get a message for every single product that reaches a threshold of 20 pieces. What else? Sold individually. I can also say limit this purchase to 1 item per order. That can be handy when you're offering a Skype call for 1 hour. You don't want people to buy 3 hours for you because you only want to have a Skype call that's only a maximum of 1 hour. So if I turn it on, then it will not say add to the cart anymore, or not at least how much I want to add to the cart, but there's only an add to cart button. So I can only add 1. So that's really nice for digital products. Why would you sell 5 ebooks? Of course, they can do that, but I would turn it on 1 if you're selling a product like a Zoom session. So that was inventory. We're going to talk about it later, about inventory. Let's go to shipping. I can give this product a weight. So right now, if I scroll down, I see description and reviews. If I give this a weight, for instance, this is 0.6 kilograms, and in centimeters, it's around 30 by 40 by 2. Based on this information, I can calculate the shipping cost. Later in the tutorial, I will show how to do that. And if I would update it, there will be an extra tab, refresh, scroll down. There's description, additional information, and there I can see the weight and the dimensions. Maybe in your area where you're selling, it's not in kilograms and centimeters, but in different dimensions. Well, in that case, you can go to Woocommerce, Settings, Products, and then I scroll down, and over here I see the weight unit. I can change it to LBS and then dimensions to inches. And when I do that, I go to the products, to shipping. I can change the measures over here to something else. And if I make this empty again, update, that third tab is gone. What else can we do in that tab shipping? We can add shipping classes. So we can assign specific products to specific classes, and every class has their own price and their own limitations, like where do we send to or where do we not send to through different countries or not. We're going to talk about it later. So let's talk about linked products. We can do upsells. Those will be visible on the product page itself. So here below you will see people are also interested in, and then you can fill in those products over here. But since we don't have other products yet, we cannot do that yet. There are also cross sells. If people add this to the cart and they view the cart, then here below, based on which products they buy, we can also do cross sell by adding a product over here. And then when people add this to the cart, it will be displayed over here. We're going to talk about it later. I'll show you how that works because right now we don't have other products. So we're going to go to attributes, and that is interesting if you're making variable products. Right now we are not. So we're going to talk about this later. Then we have advanced purchase notes. So when people buy this hoodie, I can give them a note. I can say, hey, you just bought the Nike hoodie. I want to tell you that your life is about to change drastically in a good way. Then we have the menu order. So when people buy this hoodie, I can say, hey, you just bought the Nike hoodie. I want to tell you that your life is about to change drastically in a good way. Then we have the menu order. So when people buy this hoodie, I can say, hey, you just bought the Nike hoodie. I want to tell you that your life is about to change drastically in a good way. Then we have the menu order. That means if you say -1, for instance, that this product will appear first on the catalog page. Well, we only have one product, so later I will show you how that works. Right now I keep it at 0, and we can enable reviews, and that's what you see over here. Reviews, if I turn it off, people cannot leave a review. Well, I want that because then people can say how great it is, and then I can get more sales. So I turn this on. And now I can open this website in an incognito window. So I'm a visitor for the first time. I go over here. I bought it already. And I can go to reviews. I can say this is a 5-star. I can say, whoa, the description about becoming popular is really true. I thought it was a joke, but man, I have so many friends now, and I get invited to weddings all around the world, and people want to pay for all the tickets. Thanks, game consoles, where I bought my hoodie. It's from Shores from Hemelen at geocities.com. People can say their stuff. Shores can submit this. Okay, it says your review is awaiting approval, and since I'm the administrator, I refresh the page. I see nothing yet, but if I go to the backend, I can go to products, reviews, and there I can approve this, and I get a message when there's a message like this. I can approve it, and then I can reply. Awesome to hear that, Shores. I am about to get married at the Maldives. I don't know. I would love it if you could be there to celebrate. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Reply. And now if I go to the product, I see, oh, wow. I see 5 stars over here. Also over here, 1 customer review. And then here at reviews, I see a message from Shores and my response to that. So that's it about reviews. Let's go back to the settings, advanced reviews, get more options. I never use this, and I suggest you also do not use it. And then it's time to go to the right area over here. What we see over here, right now, our product is published. It's visible on the internet. I can change that to pending review. What does it mean? It means that someone else can create products for you on your website. And then it's pending review. That means that you need to review the product. When you think everything is fine, then you can turn it to published. And the same thing is actually with draft. It means it is in progress to be made, the product, but it's not visible. So if I turn this to draft, I open the website in an incognito window, I don't see it. But when I turn it to, let's see, publish, then it is visible. Visibility, is it visible for everybody or password protected? Then you can give people a password and then they get access to that page. Or is it private? That means that only people that are logged in can see it. I prefer public. I can also say this will be available from next week. If I change that, I need to schedule it instead of publish it. So right now I can still see it because I'm logged in. But again, if people go to the website in an incognito window, they don't see it. So it can be nice if you want to buy or sell FIFA 24. That can be nice if you want to sell a product that's available from a certain date on. Then you can say, okay, from the 10th of July, then it will be visible in the store. You can even change the time. But again, I prefer to have it already be published. Okay, over here, something really interesting. We're going to talk about it later a bit more. But right now, where do I want to showcase this product? Right now, it is both in the shop. And with the shop, it's the catalog page, which is on the homepage. It's visible over here and through search. So if I search for the hoodie, it's over there. But if I say only in the shop, and I update it, and I refresh the page, then it's not visible in the search results. It will not be found. And you can do it the other way around. Say it's not in the shop, only by search results, or you can hide it. Why should you hide it? I'm going to talk about it later. You can also make this a featured product, and that means that in the sidebar of the website over here, for instance, you can only select or show featured images. So that can be nice. And when you do that and you go to all the products, it has a beautiful star over here. You can click on it and then it will be turned off. It's not featured anymore. So let's go back over here. The product image, really important. If I click on set product image, I can upload files, select files from my computer. You can follow along in the images I use in the tutorial. So you can go to Woocommerce. And over here, I have a few images of the hoodie, front, side, back. I can hold shift, arrow down, and open them. Of course, I can select one and that will be visible over here. So do I want to choose this one or the one in front? I choose one in front. What I always like to do, copy the title, create spaces, paste it in the alt text and in the description. And now it will look so much better. Bam. So I go to the product page and now it's visible over here. When I hover over it, it looks like this. We can adjust all this information later. Right now I'm happy with it. If I scroll down, I can also add products to the gallery. So I have two other images. This one, I hold Command or Control on the PC. And this one, and I add it to the gallery. And now it will look like this. So if I scroll down, I can select other images. Again, zoom in, navigate. So the Blocksy theme is doing an amazing job with this. And what I don't like now is that we have the homepage and then we have uncategorized. And then we have the Nike hoodie. Well, we need categories for that. So I scroll down and over here we see product categories and by default everything is uncategorized. If I go to the Nike website, what I see over here are actually categories, new and featured. So we have the featured star. We can turn things to featured. We have men, women, kids, accessories, and sale. Okay, when I go to men, that's a category. Then I also have subcategories. All shoes. And then lifestyle shoes, Jordan shoes, Air Max. So I have a category, a subcategory, and subcategories. And if I click over here, I only see Dunk and Blazer shoes over here. Categories are a great way to bring structure into your website. So we need to have categories. So the first thing I can do over here, category is men, or let's see, how do we say that? Men with an E. Men. And then the other one, women. So women. Automatically it will be selected. So right now this is also in the category women. Maybe it's only for men. Then I can turn this off and turn this off. Update. Refresh the page. So I see home, men, Nike hoodie. When I click on men, I see all the products that contain the category men. Right now it's only one, but this will bring structure into your website. Look at this. If, as I said, I go to men. If I click on men, I see all the products with the category men. This is all for men. If I go for men, shoes, I don't see clothing. I only see shoes because it's a subcategory for men called shoes. Also over here, I see all the categories. So if I go for soccer, I see all the products with the category or the subcategory soccer. So you don't see tennis shoes over here. So over here, I have men and women. And then below that, I want to have a subcategory called hoodies. And I want to link it to the category men. And that's how you create a subcategory. So the parent category is men. Look at this. This is structure. I love structure, especially when you're selling hundreds of clothes or products on your website. You better have some structure. So in this case, if I would apply this to the Nike website, it would be men and then hoodies. And then I could have lifestyle hoodies, basketball hoodies. I don't know if they exist. So I could even create a subcategory. So lifestyle could be a child of hoodies. Now, if I save this, this falls on the category men, hoodies, and lifestyle. So if I update it and I take a look at the product page, I see home, men, hoodies, lifestyle. So if I have a lot of products with a lot of different categories and I want to find any product about men, I click over here. If I want to find hoodies for men, I click over here. If I only want to find lifestyle hoodies, I click over here. And in that way, it will be easier for the customers to search for the products they are searching for on my website. So that's what I love about the categories, and it's really important to use that with every product you create. Then we have product tags. It's almost the same with less structure, but when you click on a tag, you see all the products that have the same tag. So if I have the tag black, because it's a black hoodie, I can have a comma and a space. I can say hoodie. I can say cotton. If I click on add, they will be added over here. And then I can update the product page. And then you see them over here, the tags. And again, when people click here, they see all the products with the tag black. Well, this is the first product, so you only see one product. But that's also a way to create structure and order in your WooCommerce website. I scroll down, and as you see, we've covered all the things we can do for this simple product. So again, I go to the homepage. Here I see this. This is something we're gonna change later. I click on the product, on the image. This is how it looks. This is also something we can adjust, but we see the title, a review with stars, the price. And if I want to, I can have a discount. Where did that go? Well, it's not active yet. So let's make it active. Refresh. There you go. The short description, how many there are in stock. We can add them to the cart. The SKU number, the categories, the tags. Here we see the image. We can hover over it and zoom in. It's a sale. We can navigate through all the images. We can also do that over here. And as I said before, we can configure this page to make it look as we want it to look. The long description and the reviews. So that is our first product. And here at the homepage, of course, we see this one product. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you want to learn how to create a complete WordPress website from start to finish, then watch this tutorial. It will appear somewhere over here. And if you want to subscribe, it will also appear somewhere over here. You can do that for more upcoming WordPress, WooCommerce, affiliate marketing, and e-commerce, but the same as WooCommerce related tutorials. Okay, bye-bye.